Well, hello, Pittsburgh, and welcome back to Pride Matters. If you are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and yes, even an ally, you will find this program not only to be informative, but entertaining as well. My name is Jeff Friedman, and we bring you this podcast from our studio here in beautiful downtown Pittsburgh. On today's show, we are pleased to have with us a man of many talents, superhuman LGBTQ organizer Brad Dunlap. He's involved in the sports community, the bear community, and he is a current title holder in the leather community. He's got a lot going on, so let's not waste another second to hear all the great stuff that Brad is doing. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after a word from one of our sponsors.
Hey Yins, we won't be erased. We need you to take the 2026 Pennsylvania LGBTQIA Health Survey.
From the northwest corner of Erie to Steel City of Pittsburgh, to the beauty of the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon, to where liberty rings in all of Pennsylvania, every LGBTQIA voice matters, and so do our health needs.
This survey keeps data anonymous, is community-powered, and the results will be shared with organizations across the state to support research, apply for grant funding, and inform programming to aid the health and wellness of LGBTQIA+ folks.
You can take this survey if you are LGBTQIA+, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, asexual, etc., live in Pennsylvania, and are 13 years or older.
Take the survey today at bit.ly/2026 LGBT survey. That's bit.ly/2026 LGBT SURVEY to get your voice heard, or click the link in the description below.
This survey is done in partnership with the Pennsylvania Department of Health and PHMC, a nonprofit organization who develops the survey tool and summarizes all findings.
Bradbury Sullivan LGBT Community Center also works with over 30 LGBTQ+ community organizations across the state to make sure that the voices of all identities within the community are reflected in the data. Thank you.
And we're back. And we're back with our extraordinary volunteer and organizer here in Pittsburgh, Brad Dunlap. Thank you for coming on to Pride Matters.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I've admired what you've done for so long now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing. Your energy level, thank you.
I'm a busy person.
Yes.
It is exhausting.
Yes.
Thankfully, I have some energy to spare.
Yeah, and rewarding.
Yes.
Rewarding.
Extremely rewarding, honestly.
Right. We're going to get into that because a lot of people don't get that part, right?
Correct.
A lot of headaches, but rewarding.
Correct.
So let's hear all about Brad. Where are you from? How'd you end up here in Pittsburgh? Let's get the Brad Dunlap story.
Yeah, so the brief story. So I was born and raised in a super small town called Alexandria, Missouri. It's like right on the Mississippi River, population of 165 people. So middle of nowhere. So I knew from a very young age, like, I have to get the heck out of here. This is not my type of place for me.
Right.
So, after I went to grad school down in Florida for a while, I kind of got to experience life a little bit and start coming into my own and, realizing, I need to be in a city. I need to be around queer people. I need to be, somewhere that has 4 seasons. So, and I need to be somewhere that's not Florida.
Okay.
And so I had a few friends up here that kind of invited me up, offered for me to stay with them for a little bit. And I got here and just honestly fell in love with the city.
Really?
Like, Pittsburgh's such a cool city. One, it's beautiful. We have the best skyline in the world, and I will argue that to anybody. We have some of the friendliest people in the world. We have some of the most moderate temperate weather around. So compared to, I lived in Missouri, tornadoes, Florida, hurricanes.
Right.
We don't get a lot of that.
No.
Thankfully.
No. So what was your first impression of Pittsburgh? What made it so special?
I think for me, it was the people. Like, I had just moved from Florida where people were just very cold, and it's really hard to have a conversation and make friends and meet people. Here, I found it was really easy to talk to people, and people are very welcoming of people who are a little bit different, a little bit weird, a little bit quirky.
Right.
And Pittsburgh having such a big queer community, neurodivergent community, weird community. I keep Pittsburgh weird.
Right.
I just found that I really fit in here.
Right.
I just felt comfortable.
Right. Where was your first bar? First place you went to? Do you remember?
I do. It was Blue Moon, actually.
Okay.
I was living in Morningside on Butler Street, and my ex-husband he's now my ex-husband at the time, he had gone out to Blue Moon one night because he wanted to watch, I think it was actually one of the Pittsburgh Bear contests, and I couldn't go because I had work the next morning, but he actually went out and met some people, and then they brought us out to karaoke the next Friday night.
Okay.
And we started going there every Friday night, up until COVID happened, for drag race and for karaoke with Eddie-oki. So.
Yeah. So what year did you move here?
That was summer of 2018.
Oh,
I moved
2018.
here. Yeah.
All right. So you move here, you went to karaoke and all that. First event, because so we have to divide you up here, right? We have to kind of like segment you.
I have a lot of hats.
You have a lot of hats, right? So you're involved in the leather community.
Correct.
You're involved in the bear community.
Correct.
You're involved in the sports community.
Correct.
And then you have these all these
and a few
extra
kind of like
stuff.
side random quests that I've kind of gone on here, right?
So let me just throw the little wheel out and let's talk about the leather community first,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So the leather hat, right?
Yeah. So as you can see, I am the current Mr. Pittsburgh Leather Bear 2026.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what does that mean?
So back in October at the Steel City Fetish Con, that's put on by Pittsburgh Leather Pride. It's a competition that we have every year, and there's 4 categories. There's Leather Bear, Mr. Leather Bear, there's Mr. Leather Fetish, there's Ms. Leather Fetish, and then there's Iron City Pet, right?
City Pet.
Correct.
Okay.
And so that's anything that falls under the pet or pup community.
Okay.
So we have those 4 categories, and it's basically the culmination of a few different kink and leather groups within Pittsburgh that come together to, one, celebrate leather and kink, and also to, again, give people the opportunity to represent their communities, to represent Pittsburgh, and to even go on and compete other places. Some people do.
So how long has this competition been going on?
So I can't tell you the exact first year of Pittsburgh Leather Bear. I know that came a little bit later because Pittsburgh Leather was first, and then they separated it into Leather Fetish and Leather Bear, right? And then they, added the Ms. and the Pet. So, that's kind of been evolving over time.
Right.
So I don't know exactly how many Pittsburgh title holders there have been.
Right.
But Pittsburgh has such a prominent history in the leather community. We've gone on to win 10 different Mid-Atlantic leather titles. We've gone on to win.
So Pittsburgh's part of the Mid-Atlantic region?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, that would be considered because Mid-Atlantic Leather is an event that happens every January in D.C.
Okay.
So not too far away. And actually, Pittsburgh has the current Mr. Mid-Atlantic Leather. My Sash brother, Gage Ryder, who is our current Mr. Pittsburgh Leather Fetish 2026.
Nice.
So like the leather community is it's given me an opportunity to, one, travel, to meet new people, to interact with other leather groups, to represent Pittsburgh in a way that I find very special. But it's also let me kind of come into my own as a confident homosexual and as a confident kinkster. So I don't know. I also joined the Barons of Steel, which is one of the leather organizations that we have here in Pittsburgh.
Another leather organization.
Yeah. So
Pittsburgh Leather. What are the organizations here?
Okay. So overarching, we have Pittsburgh Leather Pride, right?
Correct.
So Pittsburgh Leather Pride is comprised of people primarily from like the Barons of Steel, and there's a few other around.
Okay.
But also Pittsburgh Leather Pride is what sponsors Steel City Fetish Con because that's kind of open to everybody.
Right.
Now Barons of Steel has again a lot of overlap with Steel City Fetish Con and Pittsburgh Leather Pride, but the Barons themselves, we are a leather social group, so a men's leather social group it's honestly more about the brotherhood and the camaraderie and supporting each other and supporting each other's goals.
Right. So like you're wearing a sash with your title, right? Explain to me or explain to us the sash and what's the...
Yeah, so the colors that you're seeing are the traditional colors of the bear flag. So if you ever see the bear flag, it's always going from like a brown to a black with like the yellows, the very earth tone colors. Again, obviously, this sash, I'm fairly certain was made by Raul. I know he made our current Mr. Pittsburgh Leather Fetish sash. This one's been around for a while.
It's incredible. I wish that people could see this and see what this...
Yeah, this one's been handed down
It's
for
very
several
intricate,
years.
right.
So it says Mr. Pittsburgh Leather Bear on it, nice big letter. So I get to actually represent the city and my leather community and my bear community. So
right. And you got a little patch on the top with
the patches are a Pittsburgh Leather Pride logo. So again, this is sponsored by Pittsburgh Leather Pride. They're the ones that own the title.
Right, and again, you've got the leather flag. there.
Correct. Yeah. So the leather flag is the black, white, and blue stripes with the red heart in the corner.
Right.
So that's like the traditional leather flag.
Right, which just happens to be Pittsburgh, right?
Correct.
There you go.
Correct.
There you go. Cool. No, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be really sad when I have to hand this down because I do. It's a
Really?
beautiful sash, and I love holding on to it. But
Do you sleep with it?
you know, I did once. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Like earlier, and I did fall asleep in it, and I was just kind of curled up and holding on to it.
Of course you did.
know?
I mean, who wouldn't?
Right?
I mean,
Yeah,
no, that's
exactly.
really, really lovely.
Exactly. Thank
So, and then you have a road captain jersey on.
Correct. So my vest that I'm wearing, this is my Barons of Steel organization vest.
Okay.
So on the back, it has the Barons of Steel logo, and it also has the Steel City Fetish Con logo.
Nice.
I was recently elected. We have 3 executive board positions in Barons of Steel. So I
Okay.
was recently elected to be the road captain. So I do have a little road captain patch on
Right.
my vest.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
little butt. And what does that mean, road captain?
So I'm still very much learning what that means. But
Okay.
again, you know, as part of Barons and being a part of the Pittsburgh Leather community, we travel a lot to other people's events. We travel a lot to competitions. And so, you know, part of my job is to help members of the Barons of Steel be able to do the travel that they do, help me organize those
Right.
travel things. I kind of also see it a little bit as a social cheer too, because you're kind of helping to organize a lot of the camaraderie and the fellowship events that we have, the brotherhood events that we have as well. So you know, it's kind of like third in command, the bottom, but it's more about it bringing everybody together and making sure that people are traveling safe and having fun and staying together.
Right. So, so where do you have these events at?
So a little bit all over the place. Every year, lately, the past few years, Steel City Fetish Con has been held at Spirit in Lawrenceville, usually the first weekend of October.
Okay.
And then, like I said, like every year, Mid-Atlantic Leather is always in December. January. International Mr. Leather is in May, Memorial Day weekend every year. And then as a Barons group, we get together every month or two. We'll have like a social event. We're getting together as a group this Friday, and you know, we'll alternate from going to somebody's house for a holiday dinner or a potluck dinner,
Right.
or going out for dinner together, going for a movie together, you know, going out in public wearing our leathers and just representing ourselves.
Right.
So we don't really have any like set things. It's very casual.
All right. Any websites that people can kind of visit if they're interested in or to get any further information?
Yeah, so definitely regarding Steel City Fetish Con. But if you Google Steel City Fetish Con, you'll be
Steel
able
City
to
Fetish Con.
find all the information about past title holders, upcoming competitions, and any information that you might
Right,
want to
I
know.
wanna join.
Yeah, and if anybody's ever considering competing for any of our titles,
Right.
First and foremost, reaching out to previous title holders, like come ask us questions,
Right,
like
right.
you know, you need to have those discussions and let us help you. Let us help you make the decision of if you should do it.
Right. Which is great.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. So, so anything more about leather community, right?
At this point, I think we could maybe move on to the Bears.
Oh, okay.
So,
we love bears.
You know, I love my leather community, but I also love my bear community.
Right, well, who doesn't?
Right? And I know people look at me, especially wearing, you know, this title specifically. I get
Right.
a lot of looks of like, bear.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right.
And for me, and I've always said this, the bear community specifically has always been one of the most warm and welcoming communities of no matter what kind of background you come from.
Right.
So for me, you know, whether you're truly a bear, a cub, an otter, a wolf, an admirer, you know, somebody not even affiliated and you just like hanging out with the bears,
Right.
you're welcome.
Right,
And that's
right,
that's what I've always felt. You know, after I went through my divorce, it was really the bear community and going out to those types of events that made me feel comfortable and made me want to get more involved and made me actually start having a sense of community and wanting to give back to that community.
Right.
And so, yeah, I'm
Is that a bear embrace?
exactly.
Aw,
Exactly.
that's so cute.
It is a you know, what's a metaphorical bear hug, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. So your first bear event.
Oh my gosh. So I started going to P-Town's Bear Night.
Okay.
And this probably would have been, I mean, after all the COVID restrictions started kind of lifting and those events kind of started happening again,
Right.
you know, late 21, early 22. And, you know, I really started going to the Bear Nights at P-Town every fourth Saturday of the month. Corey Dunbar is the one that puts those on, right?
We love Corey.
We do.
Love that Corey.
And you know, seeing the drag shows and all the bears coming out, and you know, those were the first events taking it slightly back to leather, those were the first events that I would go out to wearing, like a leather harness, or starting to experiment with a little bit more of like the leather or the kink wear that, people go out in sometimes.
Well, it's an expression.
Correct.
It's an expression, right?
Correct.
And there's a little crossover, right?
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
But it's an expression. And that's the one thing that the bear community absolutely embraces is that freedom to express yourself.
Correct.
Correct.
And another, there can be a history of, having a little bit more of a masculine side to the bear community, but I definitely see that evolving, and the bears becoming even more open and accepting of femme presenting people, trans people, women, like mama bears. Where's all the mama bears out? Come out and hang out with us.
Right. Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Right. So tell us about the bear events in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So like I said, I started going to, all the bear events, and I kind of got to know Corey personally, and, I wanted to get more involved. And so I reached out to Corey and I said, what can I do? How can I help you? Is there anything that I can take off your plate?
Right.
And Corey had recently kind of started up this bear happy hour idea. And what he was doing, it was like every third Wednesday at Brewers, he would invite the bears out. And I was like, if he's like, I've got too much going on, why don't you take that? Right. And I was like, do you care if I take it and evolve it and change it and kind of make it my own? He's like, please do.
Right.
And so I started doing the bear happy hours in January of 25, December 24, January 25, I want to say.
Okay.
Like somewhere right around there is when I took over.
Just over a year.
Yeah, just over a year. We've been hibernating through the winter, because I will say. So my bear happy hours, I do tend to try to find places that have outdoor space, that serve food, that serve both wine and liquor. Gays are scared of the breweries, so we got to keep it open for everything.
Okay. Yeah.
And I find that those are the most attended events, and so I really do try to gear those events towards just people coming out in a very casual atmosphere, somewhere that they can kind of mix and mingle as they would like. Sometimes we put out some games, or we'll have another activity involved. Over the holidays last year, I kind of evolved it. Instead of a bear happy hour, we did like a potluck feast for both Thanksgiving and Christmas for the holidays.
Nice.
And so really for me, it's just about anybody that is looking for a community can come out and find a community at Bear Happy Hour.
Right.
And that's kind of what it's always been about.
Well, one size fits all.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Gotta love that about the Bears.
I do.
So what about the Bear organizations? Are there any left?
So when I first wanted to get involved with the bear community, I started talking to some of my friends who I knew that were previously a part of the Pittsburgh Bears, which is now a disbanded group.
Correct.
Right?
Sadly.
Correct, yeah. And, me and a friend of mine had always wanted to get more involved, and we had kind of talked about starting our own bear event, or our own bear organization, right? Okay. And after talking with some of the past presidents of Pittsburgh Bears, like Chip Barnes and Dennis Myers, and, I've talked to several people, Sami, a lot of them encouraged me to not create a new organization, but just to start planning the events that you want to plan, because once you have an organization, you have politics. And once you have politics, you have feedback. And if you just want to plan the events that you want to plan, people will show up and you don't have to deal with all that. Right. And so that's kind of between Bear Happy Hour.
Idea.
Yeah, that's kind of where I started taking Bear Happy Hour. And then that's kind of where we also came up with, doing like the Big Gay Float and the Pittsburgh Pride Paintball.
Okay,
those events kind of
all right, so you went there with it. So this is like the little plus stuff that you have going on, right? Because there's such overlap, right? So let's talk about this, the Big Gay Float.
Yeah. So I got involved with the Big Gay Float. It was
what is it?
So every year we do a big river float. So everyone brings
like a fruit float.
Yeah, their own inner tubes. Everyone kind of like ties up their inner tubes to each other. Bring your own drinks, and we literally just float down the river as this big queer mass.
What river?
Oh my gosh!
So not the Monongahela or
we do
Allegheny.
I want to say it's the Youghiogheny, because we go south, Smithton Beach.
Okay, all right.
I think that's the Yacht, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So we go down. We start at Smithton Beach and we float.
So it's not the rapids part.
Not the heavy rapids. There's times where it does get a little deep and heavy flow,
which is fun.
But yeah, so everyone we'll all put in and we'll all tie up, and it's just this big queer mass floating down the river. There is there's like a tree swing, like a rope swing that you can go out and jump into the water.
Oh,
and it's
nice.
Just a very casual, calm way to meet new people.
It's like a picnic on the like people bring beer, people bring whatever, and then. Do you have to walk all the way back up then?
So what we do is, again, when we plan the event, we are very much of hey, we are doing this on this date at this time. Bring your own floats and arrange your own kind of carpools, but we will help the people that need it. If you need help in advance, reach out to us.
Okay.
So people will get in groups of 4, right? And so they'll bring 2 cars, and they'll leave 1 car at the beginning and 1 car at the end, so that you kind of shuttle people back and forth.
Right.
And then we help shuttle people that don't have the rides that they can. So we
Right,
do help
right.
take care of that.
Good. And you don't need is it a BYO, bring your own float?
Correct. Yeah. Bring your own float, bring your own everything.
Beer, anything goes, right? And then there's just, how many people do you have last year?
So we estimated about 150 people last year. showed up.
What?
Yeah.
Get
So
out.
the year before it was a little over 100. It grows every year. Unfortunately, this past year we actually expected a higher turnout, but we had to cancel at the last minute on the original scheduled date because of storms, and we
Right.
had to move it, and so not as many people could come to the rain date.
right,
and we
right,
still had like 150 people show
Wow,
up. So
that's
we were,
amazing.
yeah, we were
We
very.
have pictures on Kuberg if you want to go,
Oh yeah, they're fun. It was such a fun day.
Because you guys give us it because, thank you.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
it's an incredible event.
Yeah.
So mark your count. When is it this year? Do you have
So
a date?
we don't. Normally, it's usually towards the end of July, early August is when we normally
what a
have
better
it.
way to look at Kuberg's calendar, right?
Correct.
Check
Yeah.
out Kuberg's
Check the calendar. We'll post it. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And the Pittsburgh Gay Bear community on Facebook. We have a Facebook group where we also post all of these.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Yeah, it's not hard to find you guys.
Right,
Let's
correct.
leave it at that.
Correct.
You're pretty open. You're
Try to
pretty
be.
out there.
I try to be.
All right, so let's talk about paintball.
So yeah.
Seems so butch.
Again, kind of similar thing of, I don't know why, but we just kind of got the idea of like, it'd be fun to go shoot our friends and just like run
Oh,
around
right. This is
and
great.
do something a little
Yeah.
butch, like act like little butch queens, for a
Well,
day.
yeah. And
so-
bruise ourselves.
Yeah, so we've done it
Great.
3 or 4 times now, I want to say. We try to do it twice a year, like in the spring and the fall, usually like March, October-ish, but I think we didn't do last March. We go down to the Pittsburgh Paintball Club, which is
Okay.
near Carnegie area, I want to say. I
right.
don't know if it's technically Carnegie, but somewhere around there.
I'll take your word for it.
And yeah, it's a good time. We play for a couple of hours. Like they have this big wooded area, so you're literally running around in the woods with a bunch of other gay people and shooting each other. You get mass
Shooting
and-
each
yeah.
other. And so how does this work? Like, I've never done paintball.
So
Do you just get into the teams and then...
So normally what they do is like there's little games that they play. So sometimes it's like a capture the flag type of a game,
Right,
or like
right,
a last man standing, or sometimes you have to infiltrate or do different things of like changing up something around. So there's like little mini games that the facility provides to you and kind
Right.
of guides you through. And then you split into teams. They change it up every time.
No
it's a
deaths or
blast.
anything,
No,
like-
I will say I had some ridiculous bruises last year. I swear I had one that was probably the size of like a softball, like
Right,
on my
right.
abdomen last
no,
year.
yeah.
But I also bruise. I'm delicate.
You look delicate. Right. But still, and this is fun.
Right.
This is fun.
It's so much fun. Like,
good.
And like, it's usually 30 to 50 people that we have turn out to that.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice to let out a little bit of aggression, I guess, right?
It really is like
Like
a good way to
safely.
just like correct.
Safely,
correct.
right? And
yeah,
y'all
like
leave
that, or
friends.
like a rage room and paintball, like those types
Right.
of things are healthy mental health activities. Just
Okay.
to like, safely get out your anger
I
and rage
suppose.
on each other.
Good for you.
Right?
Good. Yeah, I guess.
I'll tell you, my
I
ex-husband went last year, and I had a great time targeting him.
Exactly. Well, all right. We're going to change back
Love you,
to another
Jeff.
hat. We're running out of time here.
Yes.
So we got those. We got your little plus. Let's get into the sports, which is
Yeah.
like my forte,
Yeah.
right? Now you're in my wheelhouse here. So you're a member of 2 bowling leagues.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So I have Stonewall bowling, which is the
Okay.
first Stonewall sports I did, and where I really kind of got back into doing
Okay.
like a gay sport and back into doing bowling.
Right.
And
And
through-
this is held where?
so this is at Bolero in Crafton.
Okay.
Or a Green Tree, I guess technically.
Yeah,
But
Green Tree.
this year we grew large enough that they actually have split into 2 different leagues at 2 different bowling alleys because there were so many people.
Really?
That, they couldn't hold everybody. So they split the league in half, and so now there's another league on the same night. It's Tuesday night, so either in Green Tree or in Monroeville at Miracle Lanes.
Oh, that's where the league actually started.
Yeah,
Long
correct.
one- well, the Steel City League.
The Steel City one
League
did, yeah,
did,
correct.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, and then the Steel City League is our Sunday night league. It's our more kind of traditional bowling league. Been around forever.
Right.
A little bit more
Hello.
competitive.
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
more competitive than the Stonewall bowling.
I wouldn't. Is it? Yeah,
A little
I guess
bit, yeah.
so.
Because
you
it's
know
a
what?
money league versus Stonewalls, which is just for fun.
Well, I'd like to consider it for fun, and
I mean, it's fun.
competition
It's
is
always
fun,
Correct.
right?
Healthy competition is fun.
Exactly, right. But yeah, as a member of the Steel City Soft Bowling League 11 years ago,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. And it was
That's a
lot of
great
fun.
group of people too. Like,
Yeah.
I find bowlers to be, again, just like the Bears. A lot of bowlers tend to be Bears, but they just always tend to be like a very warm and accepting community. Like there's
Right,
never
right.
any drama in the bowling community, which
And
is great.
what I love about the bowling is that it's handicapped, right?
Correct.
So, like,
Anyone
the
of any
badder, the
skill
better.
level. Correct. Correct.
Because it gives you more of a handicap.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's what we always said: batter the better,
Correct.
right? And yeah, and to be a good bowler actually is harmful. You have a bad night, you really
Trust me, I know.
yeah.
I had one of those last night. Yeah.
Well, good for you. Yeah. But it is fun. It is, and it's a great group.
Correct.
Anytime where you have a room and you add bowling and alcohol, I mean, it's amazing.
Correct.
It's just, you just go through the roof.
Yep.
So, but it is really fun.
Yeah.
So you're also an officer, or something's coming back.
Correct. So once I first started bowling and I got to know a few of the people who are kind of really into it, there was the idea of bringing back a IGBO tournament. And IGBO is the International Gay Bowling Organization, right? And so cities all across the country hold their annual tournaments for IGBO, and you can apply to be an IGBO certified tournament, right?
Correct.
And Pittsburgh used to have one of these, and it was called TREAT, which is the Three
Rivers
Rivers
Eastern Area Tournament.
There you go. Thank
you.
you.
The name was developed in my my living room at the time.
There you go.
The
So,
meetings
yes.
were held in my living room.
Yeah. So it's been 11 years since the last, or 10 years since the last TREAT. Yeah, because I think Pittsburgh held this was huge. We held the last mid-year conference tournament, which was a huge deal for us. That was in 2015.
Right.
And then the last TREAT was in 2016, and then it just didn't happen. I think with COVID and everything kind of fizzled out. And
you had the same people doing it,
correct,
unfortunately.
Correct. And so we decided, we had been traveling to other cities' tournaments and really loved and enjoyed doing them. Like, we want to bring this back to Pittsburgh. And how do we do that?
Right.
And so me and two other people, Christopher Shiloff and Brittany McKinley, decided that we were going to pursue bringing it back. And so last year, in 3 months, we threw together a small mini tournament and kind of just got the ball rolling.
Get your feet wet.
Correct. Kind of learn the skills. And then this year, we've officially been accepted in as a IGBO tournament.
Nice.
We are having our first full annual tournament the last weekend of March, where we're going to have an optional 9-pin no-tap tournament on Friday night. There's a singles and a doubles and teams divisions that they'll bowl on Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be having a big banquet at the end of the weekend. We're co-hosting Bear Night at P-Town.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of stuff going on this upcoming, but we're so excited because this is our first year of doing BARBi. It's called BARBi.
And BARBi, and what does BARBi stand for?
So BARBi, I have it on my shirt.
A nice little t-shirt.
That stands for, sliding.
That's all right. Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah, that's flashlight. So it stands for the Berg Area Rainbow Bowling Invitational.
Okay.
Which I thought was really clever.
That is cute.
Brian McCullum came up with that name. He had used it for other things, but then we kind of stole it and officially applied it to our tournament.
Right.
But this is going to be our first year for BARBi as a full official tournament, and we're so excited because we've been really advertising at other tournaments. We sold out. Our registration sold out in 4 days.
Right.
Our very first tournament sold out in 4 days.
People love Pittsburgh.
144 bowlers. People have been begging us to bring a tournament back, and so we're just so excited to welcome everyone back to our city and be able to show off Pittsburgh a little bit.
Right. No, we love, and people love coming here.
They do.
Believe it or not,
they really do.
Yeah, there's a big hospitality here. We're very well known for this.
Yes.
And so people are doing there. I know that when we had the tournament and all that, we would fill it up like right away.
I was shocked at how fast.
So I invite everybody. It's the last weekend in March,
27, 28, 29.
And at, where's it going to be?
Bolero and Green Tree.
And if you want to come by and stop by, you need to check this out. And I'm going to tell you right now, Sunday is the team competition, Sunday morning?
Saturday will be teams and doubles, and then Sunday will be singles.
So you get to name your team, right?
The team names, my gosh. The team names are so much fun to look at.
What a difference a game makes. And that's one of my favorite ones, right?
And I love several teams made their team names BARBi themed, so they kind of leaned into the theme a little bit, which was also nice. There's a lot of bear themed names I've seen. The gays are creative.
The gays are creative, right? The gays are creative. So, but no, I think this is wonderful, and I really invite everyone to even just to try it, to look at it. What's your website for BARBi?
It's BARBiPittsburgh.com. BARBi without an E for copyright reasons. BARBI Pittsburgh.com. Right. We also have a Facebook page that you can check out as well, and all of the information about our tournament, including every month we also have little small tournaments on a Saturday, usually towards the end of the month. We do what's called a 9-pin no-tap tournament.
And what is that?
That means that if you get 9 pins on your first ball, it counts counts as a strike.
Oh,
you don't
nice.
have to pick up that last pin.
Sweet.
So you can kind of, people who maybe don't throw a lot of high scores tend to throw a little bit higher scores if they come out and can, hit 9 pins instead
Right.
of having to get all 10 of them.
Right. Well,
it's
good
a
luck
lot of
getting
fun.
9 pins in the
Correct.
first. Right. That is amazing.
Yeah, so that's how we fundraise for our big tournament, and
right,
everyone
right.
is welcome. So
Yeah. And you have a great sponsor.
yes.
Right,
Again,
right,
Thank
let's-
you so much. So our one and only sponsor.
Don't say
actually,
that.
you
Always up for sponsorship.
We are up for if anybody would like to sponsor the 2027 BARBi tournament, please reach out.
Right.
But, however, no, we are so appreciative of Q-Berg being willing to partner with us and sponsor
No
us.
brainer.
And, yeah, and
No
so
brainer,
happy
no
that you
brainer.
used to be involved in the bowling, and
Right.
you were just as excited to see it brought back, I think, as I was.
I
So,
am thrilled.
Yeah.
Absolutely thrilled. I am just because it's so much energy.
Correct.
It's so much fun. And yeah, I just feel like a little, kid in a candy store
Yeah.
there. Just it's so much fun and a lot of good energy and a lot of good camaraderie. And I have lifelong friendships from all this.
Same. I've made friends from
So-
all over the place. I can go to any city and have a place to stay. Like,
Right,
yeah.
right.
It's so fun.
In the old days with the softball and the bowling, we would have tournaments. We would actually house people.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't do that anymore.
Not as much.
No, you don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But that's how you got to meet. I have, friends I've known for 40 years now. That's
Yeah.
because of all this.
Correct.
And it's an incredible.
Again, everything that I do comes back to community. It really does. It comes back to building the community, getting
Right.
like-minded people together, and giving people a space to express themselves and to do something fun.
Yeah. And the best thing about it, or I'm going to say, and thank you, because this is all volunteer.
Yeah.
This is all volunteer.
None of the things that I do I take any sort of money or anything for it. I
Right.
don't want to. I don't do it.
We don't do it for the money.
I do it to create community. Also, it's a little selfish. I create community for myself, and I get to actually be a
it's
part
kinda
of
fun.
those communities.
Right.
But I get to provide other people with community that I didn't necessarily have at the
Right.
ages that I really would have wanted it.
So I'm going to give you your little 5 seconds or 10
Yeah.
seconds here. There's your camera. Let's look at the camera
Okay.
and all your events.
my gosh.
Like invite people out, invite people to come see it.
So-
give your appeal to come
So
out.
between the bear and the leather and the king community, there's something literally going on every week, and we have monthly events. The first Saturday of every single month is Gear Night at Brewers, which I'm actually hosting the next one, April 4th. It's my birthday. Come out. Following weekend, every second Friday of the month is G2H2, which is Gay Guy Happy Hour, so they swap around. Every third Thursday of the month is my Bear Happy Hour. We also move around every month. This coming month, we are going to be at 5801. To start off the year. So that'll be on the 19th, Thursday the 19th. Again, we have the BARBi tournament coming up the last weekend of March. And also with that is the fourth Saturday of every month is Bear Night at P-Town, which I am co-hosting that one because we are, again, sponsoring it with BARBi. And then the one I left out every third Thursday is Puppy Pound at Brewers. And every third Saturday is Leather and Fetish Night at Brewers.
Wow. And that all came off the top of your head.
Yeah. And every third Wednesday is Naked Karaoke at P-Town.
Oh, joy. There we
Those
go.
are literally all the events that I do.
Oh, well.
I'm a busy person.
You are busy. But thank you, Brad. Thank you very
Yes.
much for being here. Thank you for all that you do. We look forward to hearing more and many more great things from you. And
Absolutely.
so this is way fun. So thank you. As one
Thank
of
you
our
for
guys
having
or
me.
another.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's been great. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of the Q-Berg Podcast. Thank you, Brad Dunlap, for being on the show today. It was very informative. And speaking of informative, I'd like to remind everyone to check into qberg.com for all of your Western PA LGBTQ news and information. This is Jeff Friedman, and this has been Pride Matters. Stay proud, Pittsburgh.